you doing, guys? It's your boy Bear Motivations. What I'm going to speak to you today about is a question that's been put to me, a very good question. And what's my opinion on the violence and basically the way these kids are going on nowadays in relation to obviously the latest spats of stabbings and violence that's gone on. I can't really comment on the stabbings themselves because, like everybody, we don't exactly know what happened, and so I won't comment on them. As far as we know, the two main ones that have been circulating is the young boy who stabbed a family member in the house and was threatening the mum to stab the mum, and the second was this unfortunate guy that has been killed allegedly over a jacket, stabbing the mum and another family member, I believe. Like I said, I can't know the facts and stuff like that, so I'm not going to comment on that. However, what I will say is this: it's a society problem, obviously. What these kids now, I mean, there's always been bad kids, you know. Back in the day, we never had this sort of paraphernalia, games, films, you know. Internet obviously wasn't exposed to those things, and they can watch basically anything they like. They sit there all day in their phone, their laptops, their handheld devices, whatever. You know, I have children as well, and I see it. Whenever I have them, they're never out of their appliances. Okay. So it's always been the same. We've always had children, okay, that misbehave, are not in line with social normality, should we say, okay? And personally for me, what I believe is this: yes, society has a lot to answer for, okay? There's nothing for these children to do now. There's no hope or future for these children now, okay? It's all good when you can. I ain't beating these people down, okay? Hard work, middle class and beyond. Hey, listen, they've put the hard work in, okay? It just fall into their lap, okay? People that ain't got money and or in poverty or a lower in the social ladder, okay, they look at people that got money, drive nice cars and have nice houses like they were lucky to have these things and it's been gifted to them. No, it's not been gifted to them. Stop having that attitude, okay? They've worked hard for it, they deserve it, okay? And if their children and family are feeling the benefits of their hard work, listen, appreciate that and congratulate them. Listen, there's no time for this hating shit. You get what I'm saying, okay? So society has got a big part to play in it. Like I said, you know, all the youth clubs, all the things for the children that used to be there are not there. And who are their idols, okay? Who are the people that they're looking up to, okay? And fundamentally, yeah, I'm gonna say it, okay? People don't want to hear it, but I think it's time for the parents, okay? For the parents and family members to step up and start being accounted for, okay? Because 99% of these kids that are acting out in this way are coming from dysfunctional backgrounds, okay? Where their parents have not been giving tabs on them, their parents have not been watching their movements, their parents do not give a fuck what they're doing. And listen, you know, I'm going to hear people jumping up out the screen, ain't the fuck you talking about, I love my kids, or this and that. Yeah, you know what, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap, because if you ask 99% of these people that abuse their children, and I don't mean fucking physical or sexual abuse, I mean neglect is abuse. Do you understand me? So if you neglecting your children, okay, it not necessarily mean that you're not feeding them, you beating them, or you treating them in a bad way. But neglect and abuse can be seen in many different ways and affect children in many different ways. Okay, so I think it's time that us as parents start standing up and taking full account for the way that our children are behaving. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not about keeping your kids prisoner in the house. You can let your children have freedom. You can let them express themselves. You can let them be who they are. But still, you are the adult. We are the adults. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's up to us to protect, show, teach, educate our children of how to be a good human being. Okay? And, you know, I'm not saying that I'm the best dad and I've done the best job. You know, my kid's mother, she's an academic. Okay? She's a banker in the city, educated. She is all about education. So my children have been brought up educated in the sense of studying, homework, schoolwork is paramount. Okay? Have they all had their freedom to do and go and see who they wish? Yes, but we know where they are. We know what time they're coming back. Okay? We know what activities they're partaking in. Okay? And this rubbish that you know what your kids are doing and can't keep tabs on them all the time, and yes you can. Yes you can. Okay? Because I've done it throughout all of my children. My girlfriend with her children, exactly the same thing. She has an 18-year-old now. She's a big girl now. She wants to be out and about. She want to go and see her friends. She want to come back home later. It's about knowing where they are, knowing who they're with, and knowing what they're doing and keeping tabs on that. Okay? Yes, we all have busy lives. You know, we have the stuff that we have to do. We have our own fucking problems, stresses, strifes, work, life. Okay? But we have had these children. We've had these children, and it's time to start us taking account for our children's behaviours. It's not good enough just to say, oh, they were bad kids, or, you know, this is how the media will portray it. They're just bad kids from the ghetto, the black crime. It ain't no fucking black crime. Yes, if you live south, yeah, of the north, there's more black people. Yeah, there's more people of colour. The more further north you go, the less it is. How many black people are in Scotland? In Glasgow. Glasgow got the highest stabbings in the whole of the country. Okay? That's white people there. Do you understand? So it's not a black thing, it's not a people of colour thing, it's a society thing. Okay? Yeah, stop watching your fucking Crime Stoppers, you know. Oh, it's just these black kids and it's just these Asian kids, or it's just these things. Yeah, that might be what's pushed on the news. But like I said, the more further north you go, the more white the colour gets, and the problems are still the same. Newcastle, Scotland, like I said, Ireland, stabbings, killings, murders, antisocial behaviours of adults and children alike. Anywhere you go in this country, it's not about colour, it's just the social stigma, okay, that's associated with the lower ends of society. Okay, and there's no confusion there. These children from middle class families that go to good schools, educated parents, and doing well in life, they're not going around stabbing up people. They're not going around wanting to be bad man and sell drugs and all of this kind of stuff. And we can make up all the excuses that we want to make up, yeah, because they got it, they got a nice life, they don't need to be like that, they don't. No, it's the education is different. You can still come from a poor environment and teach your children how to integrate and behave in society. Okay? Start taking account. Start fucking leveling up. Stop blaming your teachers, the police, and all these other people. Start looking at your child. Okay? Start looking at yourself. And be honest with yourself. Are you educating your child in the right way? People bring up their kids now not to respect anybody, anyone of authority, anyone who's gonna tell them anything. people in general teach their children not to respect anyone. And I'll tell you a story. An acquaintance of mine, okay, his daughter got beat up badly in school, and it was filmed and put on social media, okay. Lovely little blonde girl, I think she was 11 or 12 at the time, okay, beaten to a pulp. They filmed it, her screaming and begging for them to stop. They filmed it, they put it on Facebook, they put it in a thing. Her face looked like mashed potatoes after it's all blue and black and beaten up. Well, the dad went round there with the wife to confront the family, okay, and the dad came out and told the guy, go fuck yourself, this and that, and got all aggressive. And my friend, acquaintance, ended up breaking that guy up and busting his ass and kicking his ass all around that front garden. Okay, it's not what he went there for. He went there with his child to say, look, this is what your child has put on the internet with their friends, and look what they've done to my daughter. And the guy told him to fuck off. Yeah? And he ended up breaking up that guy. He lost his job. You know, his marriage went to shit because he lost his job and now he got no money. X, Y, Z. Okay? Criminally convicted of assault. Okay? And narrowly avoided jail. I'm not saying the guy was right for busting the guy's ass, but what I'm saying to you is this is the kind of thing that you're dealing with. People are teaching their kids to not respect anyone or anything. Like, that's standard. Okay? We're not teaching our children to be subservient. We're not teaching our kids just to nod yes to anybody that's older than them. You know, we're empowering them with their own self. Do you understand? And who they are. Being aware of what your children are doing, where they're going, what time they're coming back. It's not snooping or controlling or not letting them enjoy life, because you're letting them enjoy life. You're giving them the freedom, but within the boundaries of what's acceptable. Okay? You want your children to grow up right. Yeah? And you want them to grow into level-headed, functioning society, well-developed human beings, then it's what you feed them. Okay? It's what you feed them. You nourish them, you water them, you feed them the best. They're gonna grow up with half a chance. Okay? And this, for me, you know, even someone like me, was paramount with my children. I did not want them to grow up like me. I did not want them to grow up with the thought processes and behaviours that I ever had. So I fought tirelessly for that not to happen. My children, listen, they're all different. They've all got different personalities. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I brought them up strong. My two eldest daughters, 21 and 26, ain't got no problem telling me what's what from what ain't, because I brought them up to be strong, independent women. Both got their own jobs. My eldest girl is just about to buy a house, 26 years old. Okay? It's what you put into them, guys. It's the love, the attention, and giving them the capability to believe that anything they want to accomplish, regardless of what background of society and the level of financial support they're going to get, okay, they can still get to where they need to get to. Okay? Cream rises to the top. Okay? Hard work, commitment. You can be anything you want to be, and that is what we've got to be teaching our children. That's my rant over. I hope that answered your question. You know, like I said, man, us as parents have got to start to take accountability for the actions of our children and the behaviours of our children, and the only way that society is going to change is in that way. Okay? Hope that makes sense, guys. God bless. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon.